Fighting game players are some of the most opinionated buyers in gaming, and for good reason. The wrong stick can actually cost you matches, not just comfort. I'm covering 5 options ranging from a leverless controller that broke conventions to a straightforward budget stick that just works. One quick note before we start. Not everything here works on both platforms, so pay attention to compatibility. Razer Kitsune, all button, arcade controller. The Kitsune is a leverless controller. No joystick at all, just a grid of buttons standing in for directional input, following the hitbox format that's taken over competitive fighting game communities in the last few years. The appeal is speed. Buttons register, direction changes faster than a physical stick can move, which matters at the top level of play where frame-perfect inputs decide matches. The catch is real and worth being honest about. If you've spent years on a traditional joystick, relearning muscle memory on an all-button layout takes weeks, not days, and some players never fully adjust. This isn't a beginner's first stick. It's for players who've already decided leverless is the format they want to commit to. Comba N3 Drone 2 Wired Joystick. The N3 Drone 2 is what most people picture when they imagine a fight stick. A real joystick, arcade-style buttons, the classic layout that's been standard since actual arcade cabinets. Conba uses authentic Sanwa parts inside, which matters more than it sounds. Sanwa buttons and sticks are the industry reference point that most other manufacturers are trying to imitate, so getting the real components instead of a knockoff version is a real quality difference you'll feel within the first hour of play. The stick itself is on the heavier side, which is a plus for stability on a table and a minus if you were hoping to travel with it to a local tournament. If you want the traditional experience done right, this delivers it without gimmicks. Mayflash F500 Elite USB video game controller. This is the stick you buy to find out if you actually like playing fighting games on a stick before spending real money on one. The F500 Elite covers the basics competently. The joystick and buttons work. Inputs register reliably and it won't fall apart after a month of casual use. What it doesn't have is the premium feel of Sanwa or Seimitsu parts. The buttons feel noticeably mushier under repeated presses, and competitive players will likely want to swap components eventually if they stick with the hobby. For someone testing the waters, that's a reasonable trade for the price. For someone who already knows fighting games are their thing long-term, you'll probably outgrow this within a year. Nacon Daija Arcade Fight Stick. Nacon built the Daija for players who want tournament-grade components without needing to modify anything themselves. It ships with authentic Sanwa parts, standard, not as an upsell option, which some competitors treat as a premium add-on. The build quality extends to the case itself, which feels noticeably more solid on a table than lighter competitors, reducing the sliding around problem that plagues cheaper sticks during intense play. The honest downside is size and weight. This is not a stick you're casually tossing in a backpack for a trip to a friend's house. It's built to live on a desk or travel in a dedicated case. If portability matters to you day to day, factor that in before buying. Hori PlayStation 5 Fighting Stick Alpha. Important upfront. This is a Sony licensed PS5 stick, and it will not work on Xbox. If you're shopping for something cross-platform, cross this one off the list and look at the others. For PS5 only players though, Hori's official license means guaranteed compatibility and support directly from Sony's ecosystem, which some players value over third-party options even when the raw components are comparable. The build uses Hori's own hardware rather than Sanwa parts, and the feel is slightly different. Not worse, just distinct, with a firmer button response that some players prefer and others need time to adjust to. If you're PS5 exclusive and want official hardware, this is a solid, no surprises option. Links and current pricing for all 5 below. Double check platform compatibility before you buy, especially with the Hori stick. If you've actually competed with one of these, drop your experience in the comments. It's more useful than another spec breakdown. See you next time.